All right, we live now. All right, we're going. Apologies for that, guys. Very much an apology. If you guys come back in, that's fine. But apologies for that. Technical difficulties and everything just shut down. So I started a new stream. I'm going to continue to answer the questions that I saw on the stream real quick, and then we'll pick up right where uh, we'll pick up from where that left off. So let me answer these questions real quick. Um, let me answer them again real quick. Sorry about that, guys. It was thing just shut down and everything went silent and blacked out. So we got an hour left. I'll go maybe an hour and 20 minutes left. I hate when that happens and they give you no heads up on something. It's shutting down. So I apologize for that. So, but I'm gonna answer the questions that were left on the last stream that I didn't get to answer. Matthew said, between Gail Weathers, Lois Lane, April O'Neil, or Iris West, which do you find as the most professional reporter? Um, Lois. Lois is out of all of them. Lois is the best. Jessica, did you know? Do you know? Did you know why writer of? Do you know why writers of Marvel hate Mary Jane? I don't know. It's editorial or whatever. Ooh, I mean Daffy Duck. I don't. Quentin Axes. I hope someone someday Jenna Toshkowski do a comic series. I love see his artwork. He did do one. He did a Luke Cage. He did a Luke Cage. Jenna Tokarski did he did a Luke Cage comic for Marvel in his art form. It was really good. It was fun. Um, Healing factor or regenerate contest. Who wins? Lobo, Wolverine, Martian Manhunter, Deadpool, Hulk, or Sabretooth? Lobo. Lobo can't die. He can't die. There you go. I hope Popeye comes back someday. Me too, Quentin. Travis, nobody was surprised Gotham Knights was canceled. Nope. I wasn't surprised Gotham Knights got canceled, and nor should the actors have seen it because that was bullshit. Nobody wants to watch a series, let alone a series about a made up son of Batman. I wouldn't have mind even if that was Damian. Oh my God, yes. If that was Damian Wayne. I hate the fact that they make these shows and they do these shows and they want you to forget that Batman had other characters. It's like what happened to Dick? Where's Jason? Where's Tim? Where's Damian? Where's Stephanie? All those people. And you bring in this garbage. That was garbage. You knew they should have known it was gonna fail. Nobody was gonna watch that. Bullshit. And I heard Misha Collins, the actor who played Jim Gordon in that, was like really upset. Bro, the show was shit. It was gonna be shit. Nobody wants to see Batman dead. Nobody wants to see that. Y'all tried to do that in the Gotham Knights game, and what happened? At the end of the game, he's alive. He's brought back. It was no, you stupid. It was dumb. Which Disney villains do you best fit into Marvel or DC? Well, they're now with Dynamite. All the Disney villains are with Dynamite Comics. There's a Scar comic. Mega Negaduck is getting a comic soon. I think Malevolence has a comic under Dynamite, so they're all under Dynamite. I don't really see them with Marvel. Malevolence, again, like I said, she's not as powerful. Scarlet Witch could take her out just like that. Um, Jafar, same thing, just like that. They're stronger sorcerers and in the Marvel universe that are stronger than both of them. They're not that powerful. Um, Quentin, no, I talked about that. Spider. Let me go back to Quentin's thing about Yamcha. Yeah, look, Yamcha, Yamcha's whose fault did it? It's not. Look, Bulma fell for Vegeta. Simple as that. And he can't. Yamcha couldn't compete with that. He knew he couldn't compete with it. So he was smart and like, look, all right, like, you can be with him. I can't compete with that. He can't. What is he gonna do? Fight for him? Yeah, that'd have been funny. Spidey from the beginning of his career was effortless, being able to avoid spears, arrows, bullets. What is too fast for Spidey to dodge? There are some things like if Quicksilver came at him, he barely dodges it. Like he still, yes, he he does dodge them effortlessly, but in the beginning he had trouble dodging stuff. It's like Wolverine. Wolverine, his healing factor is not was not on God mode like it is now. Back in the day, Wolverine, if you stabbed Wolverine, it took him like 3 days to heal. Now you stab him, is pull it out, heals right back up. They evolved it so much now. It's like he's on God level. I told you, go read Secret Invasion. Black Widow, Natasha emptied a full clip of an M16 into this guy. He had bullets all over, and he's just standing there. It's me, Red, and he's just like, yeah, I'm going to be pissing up bullets now. I'm going to be shitting bullets now for the whole day, the whole night. But other than that, he was still up. He got exploded. See, things like that. Every hero's powers evolve over the time. There's no hero. There's no hero in comics that has the same basic of power they started with when they first came out. Nobody. You name a hero, I could tell you right now. He or she is way powerful now than he or she was when they debuted. Do you think CM Punk uh, is a whining crybaby? Sometimes, yeah, I do. There are times I wish he just shut up. Like, yo, shut up. Like, you were in the wrong. Shut up. Just what do you what Matthew? What do you believe Captain America represents or shows the most? Cap represents just what we all want people to be about. In general, what we all want. Yes, he knows that United States, the country that he's from, is not perfect, but he represents the good in it. He stands for everybody. He does not just stand for just because he's white and blue eye and blonde. He stands for everybody. When have you ever seen Cap racist or anything like that? Nope. You've never heard that outside of 616 Cap, because that version of Cap is a xeno bastard. I hate that version. But no, he's never. And if anybody said, "What are you talking about?" Okay, you want proof? Go read Ultimate Captain America Falcon. The way he speaks to Sam in that, and how he talks about black soldiers, and they were never the way I'll never forget what he was like. Color soldiers were weak. They couldn't stand up. They wouldn't. That's why they all failed at the test for Project Rebirth. I'm like, what the? It's like the crap that was coming out. I can't stand that. What are Professor Xavier's best telepathic feats? He can shut down the whole planet if he wanted to. That good enough for you? Uh, what annoys or irritates you most about Batman and the rest of the Bat family? Uh, Sometimes I think Bruce feeling like everything has to be perfect, or he has to be perfect, or he feels that he's never wrong and he's always right, because that's not true. There's to me, or because to me, I've said it before, Batman is not a good father. He's not a good father figure at all. Because if you were a good father or father figure, you wouldn't have those kids out there as your soldiers. You would have not allowed Dick Grayson to be there at 8 years old fighting crime with you. Every time one of those kids came and said, "Hey, can I be Robin?" you would have said no. That's not a good father figure. That's not. There are some things about equality. He has his merit for a father is great, but at the same time, listen to what I'm saying. He's a bad father. Now, I don't say that for Damien because, first of all, he didn't even know Damien existed. He basically borderline to me. I'll say this right now, and I may get slapped or shellacked for this, but basically, Talia raped his ass, or come on, she roofied him, and he got yeah. Come on. What incarnation of Hercules is the physical strongest? They all are. It's never really a question of who's strongest. Which version of Hawk Girl do you believe does her justice? I don't. Not a big Hawk Girl fan. I never have been. Who is the most shallow version of Lana Lang? Spawn versus Darkness. Who is truly more powerful? Powerful hero or anti-hero in Image Comics. Uh, the Darkness can be killed. Jackie died. Jackie was killed. Sarah Pazzini, Witchblade, killed him. So they take your pick. Thoughts on the Gotham Knight canceling? I just talked about that. Matthew, should another Robin Hood TV show be made with more earnest? No, if it comes out, it just comes out. Do you have a PS5 yet, Chris? No, I don't. Plan to get one soon. Bill McLean got to meet the voice actor of Kyojiro and Hawks and the Hawks from oh cool, from My Hero Cat. That's cool. That's cool. Even the 2000 voices of Rapha. That's dope. Cool. Aquaman as the ultimate master of the sea. Does that title reign true or false? False. Is Moon Knight a much darker or more hideous version of Batman? He's not, because he's not Batman. He never is. Yeah. Jaws versus no. Okay, we're not going there with that Godzilla. That's not good, Matthew. So those are all the questions that was on the last stream. Okay, let me do the next, and so I'll be all caught up on everything. Now we can do the what the hell? Oh, okay. Now we could do because all right. All right, let me see. All right, here we go. All right, here's the questions that I missed. Matthew, chill with this. Mostly, this you're asking, somewhat asking the same questions again. I just told you guys to chill with that. Gorilla God, Grodd versus King Kong versus Mighty Joe. Uh, the Crow versus Pre-Spawn. It's still Spawn. Do you feel? How do you feel about a Blade version of Underworld? Nah, because Blade is never really. They're not. He's not. He doesn't really go after werewolves. They're not really. It's vampires. He has a hatred for vampires. That's why he has a hatred for vampires, not werewolves. He has nothing. He doesn't care less about werewolves. Yeah, have you ever seen Blade going after Jack Russoff, the werewolf by night? Nope. He doesn't. He goes after vampires because of what they turned him into. That's his whole reason. Um, King Shark versus Street Sharks. King Shark, I guess. Flash Thompson or Eddie Brock, who was the less hostile persona for the Venom? Flash. He made Venom into a hero, a true hero. Gotham Knights was a good example of a game that had potential but was wasted. Thank you, Bill. That is exactly true. Um, uh, Thank you, Bill. Had a um, thank you, Bill. Um, yeah, I thought Gotham Knights would be, and I hadn't even played it because I don't have a PS5. But I thought it was going to be great. It was going to be a full game without Bruce in it. Good I knew it was. I'm saying to myself, there ain't no way they are not going to have Batman in this game. And then I watched gameplay and saw Batman at the end. And I'm like, I knew they wouldn't do it. But it could have had so much potential to be better than it was. It was a good try, but help you. So I'm skipping. Nope, skip. Is the Punisher right in his approach of handling villains? Yay, nay, or perhaps no? Not really. Depends. Not really, because he's still killing people. What's that going to solve? And now he's part of the hand. So yeah. Do you find Caitlin Snow a bit naive or ignorant still, or has she improved or dated yet? She's fine. She was fine. I mean, the show is over. It's not going anymore. The evolution of that character is fun. In the evilness comparison, how does Joker compare to Harley Quinn? Harley Quinn is not evil. She just got manipulated. There you go. Is Green Goblin truly more wicked than the Hobgoblin? Yes. Uh, how come people still underestimate Bane's intelligence? Depending on the writer. Is Son Goku based off of the Monkey King? Yes, he is. Um, you can tell. You can just literally. What symbiote is the most? What symbiote is the one that Clayface would fail against? Uh, he wouldn't fail against any of them, really. Uh, who could beat Spider-Man in an obstacle course based on flips, rolls? That's hard to say. That's hard. How is Green Goblin more wicked than Hobgoblin? Really, Caroline? Really? Really? All the different versions of Hobgoblin, all the people who have done from Roger Kingley, the original, Jason McIndale, to even Demo Goblin. Well, Demo Goblin is own. He is not. Hobgoblin is nowhere near the wickedness of Green Goblin. The shit that Green Goblin has done to Peter and to anybody. You are you serious with that? You need to read more Spider-Man then, because that right there, that shouldn't even be a question of asking how. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just saying true. It's like, what are you serious? Like, if you met the other Green Lantern, if you met the other Green Lantern, what would you say to them? If I met which Green Lantern? The other Green, I mean, which Green Lantern are we talking? If I was a Green Lantern, it'd be interesting. Look, if I was a Green Lantern, I would think it would be the coolest thing because one, why it'd be cool because I'm meeting other intelligent life forms, something that I truly believed exists. So me seeing alien races from other planets, that's gonna be like I'm gonna be like a kid in the candy store, like whoa, like and I'll just be like I knew it. I knew there was other life out there. I knew humanity wasn't the only intelligent species. The stuff that I would want to learn from them would be just instant. Like, wow, you know, that'd be cool. The ring would be cool too. Like, oh, that's cool, but hey, how long does your race live for? How long can you live for? Are you an old species? Do you live? That's like the same thing. If I was in a Mass Effect universe, I would love to be in a Mass Effect universe, just talking to Krogans and Turians and Asari and Quarians and stuff like that. That'd be so cool. I love that. I would love that so much. I love Mass Effect. Just saying. Uh, Billy Kincaid is the most vile villain in. Billy Kincaid is from Spawn, and yes, if you want to pull that track because he's a child molester and all that stuff, yeah, okay. Child molesting is terrible. You know, what sword do you want, Trunks? What sword do you want? Trunks' sword or Link's sword? I'm going Master Sword all day, baby. I would love to be in the Mass Effect universe too. I'm telling you, I'd be like, oh, what can you do? Oh, what you do? What you do? Oh my God, like, oh, like I would just be having just talking to them would be just like hearing a sorry say I'm 100 and some years old, but I'm still looked at as a kid. I'll be like, wait, what? And yeah, they would probably say, well, I can understand that because you're human and you don't live long. Like to you, 100 is old, and but to my people, it's I'm still basically a child. You know, hearing Krogans live for thousands of years, I'm like, what? Like you lived 1,000 years? Like that's crazy. I'd be making my day being to travel in space and go to all these different planets and meet all these different alien races, and I'd be so cool. I'd be loving that, and even come back to Earth and just be like, I've been places. I did the Star Trek stuff. I boldly gold with every man. That's great. I'll be killing that. I'm in the middle of doing a Garrus romance, accidentally romance with Kate. Okay, that's funny. What if all the best martial artists from Marvel and DC got together? That'd be interesting. Uh, let's see what else we got. How dangerous is Blade when he is beyond enraged? Dangerous. Are we talking without when he's not taking a serum because he's dangerous, just dangerous? The only thing that would suck about being the master is the Reapers. Yeah, the Reapers. Yeah, but yeah, let's say the Reapers are gone. Yeah, that'd be still cool. Um, yeah, like the Asari. That is the Asari bartender you meet in Mass Effect 2 is actually Liara's father. That's her Liara's father. Remember, Liara is a pureblood. And that right there is another thing that also intrigues me so much about the alien race. With the Asari, they can mate with anybody and procreate and all that stuff. But if you're a pureblood, you're like looked at as like you're looked as a blight on the race. And most of the time they're and I understand the reason why because the kids, the children can have that condition which makes them an Ardat Yakshi. But outside of that, you hear the hatred whenever you hear Sorry talk about pure bloods like pure blood bitch and all that other stuff. They hate it. But yeah, like I would love that, like a sorry, just talking to the sorry, things like that. What was the question? I saw some questions. Chris Funk, favorite Mass Effect game. I will have to settle on two. Mass Effect Two was my favorite. I like three, but two is my favorite. Two is definitely my favorite. I love that one. Indeed, I could talk about Mass Effect all day. So, if y'all want to bring up Mass Effect, bring it. I will talk about that game all day. Indeed. What total vibe with my boy Morden? Morden. Yeah. No, 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 no. Yes, yes, yes. That's good. Yes, 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 yeah. I'll be telling Morden, Morden, slow down, calm down. Like, shh, calm down, calm down. Like it's like he is on adrenaline, Red Bull, all these energy drinks, and he just goes nine. Yes, yes, yes. If the White Lantern is powerful than the Lantern's Guardians, is the I don't think so. I don't think they are. I don't think the White Lantern is powerful, but I don't think they're powerful. He's the most powerful. He's powerful than the Guardians. I don't think so. But then again, they don't really showcase the Guardians as being powerful, like in that. That's just the way I look at it. I've never really looked at the Guardians as being powerful because if they were, they wouldn't need the Green Lantern Corps, right? How should Image approach making a cartoon or anime? Same way they some way they've done with Invincible. There you go. Who should play Simon Baz? Mm, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Mass Effect 2 is the GOAT. Yeah, I love Mass Effect 2. I like 1, especially for that end credit music. I love that song. I actually have that on my iTunes. Um, but uh, what's up? Uh, there should be one in your. Where's the one I gave you? Yeah. Uh, what was that? Where was that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mass Effect. I like the music as well. That's what I was talking about. Here's a spicy question. Least favorite squad. Okay. Bill, I actually have this coming. I know Ty did one. He did one, and it's funny that he did it. One of my Patreons asked me to do this too. Are you here, Tim Dragon? I don't think Tim is here. Tim Dragon, one of my Patreons, asked me to do rank the squad mates, the alien squad mates. But you're just asking me the least favorite squad mate. Least favorite squad mate would be um Zahid. No, it's not Zahid. I don't mind Zahid. I understand, but he is the one that started the Blue Suns. He started that terrorist group, but I think they were different before he took over. So I don't mind Zahid. Eh, Is it? Is it? I think it is. It's either is it Caden? I think it's either Caden. I think it's one of them. I'm not that big of a fan of. I mean, I don't mind Caden or Ashley, but it probably Ashley to a degree because her xenophobic crap was getting on my nerves. She tried to sugarcoat that like it's not racism. I'm like, yeah, yes, it is. What you're talking about, like, yeah, like we can't do it we got to do it on our own. It's like, why not have alien races who've been in this galaxy this for a long time help us navigate better? But yeah, so I gotta agree. It probably was. What's up? Thane was winning against Kylie. Yeah, he was. Thane was sick, and he's probably at his weakest there, and he still was handling Kai Ling until he got him, caught him by like cheap shot. Yeah, so yeah. Um, how would you rank the best martial artists in comics? That's its own. That's a video of its own. Like I'm definitely putting Shang-Chi up high, Lady Shiva up high. They're up high. If I was to do like best martial artists in comics, that'd be a video of its own. What do you think of the Spectre and Mr. Mixelpix? They're cool. Video game you enjoyed, but critics hated. Ooh, um, I really don't read a lot of critics. I don't care what people say about I don't really read reviews on I don't care about IGN really. I don't know why I'm subscribed. The only reason why I'm subscribed to IGN's channel is because sometimes they get the exclusive trailers for stuff. Outside of that, I could care less what those people say because I believe they're all fake. They ain't real. They just they're to them that stuff is just a job. It's just a job. They don't really do they. Sometimes I just hear the fakeness in what they say. I'm like, you don't read the books. You fake. Like, get out of here. Like, that's in my case, that's the same reason why Philippe G4 and failed again because y'all got fake people, fake review people. You ain't these weren't, and it didn't help when they had that stupid woman on there and she gonna go off. I'll never forget. She was like, "No, yes, I know I'm not Morgan Webb. Yes, I know I'm not." Uh, 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 Forget the other girl's name. Well, I'm like, who the fuck cares who you are? Nobody's comparing you to them. Like, shut the hell up. Like, and stuff like that. Like, and even to me, one of the original guys from X Play, he started to feel like he started hate playing games. Now I'm like, yeah, Adam 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 Sessler, yeah, Adam Sessler. He started feeling like he just became an angry old man. Now I'm like, yeah, you're not the same as I remember you back in the day. It's just it didn't work for me. But I'm trying to think of a game that I like, but critics. I I'm probably gonna say uh uh what was the game? What was the game? Oh, Dead to Rights. I don't think that got really. I think that really got panned by critics. You know, they were like calling it like a wannabe Max Payne, just with a dog sidekick. I thought Dead to Rights was fun. I liked it. I didn't care what the critics said about it. It was like, okay, I love Dead to Rights. That was a fun game. I wouldn't mind them remaking that at all. Let's see. If the Green Lantern Corps fights the Voldemort Empire, how long would the Green Lantern survive? I think they would survive. The Voldemites are strong, but they're not that powerful. They could be hurt. They're not invulnerable. They're not. They're not like Kryptonians. Like that. That'd be different. For me, it's either Ashley or Jacob. Jacob, really? I didn't hate Jacob. He was another one. He was just a straight shooter. Even his loyalty mission was, that was messed up to see what his dad did. I was like, God damn, like what the fuck? What do you think of Superman that sun dipped in the Blue sun or quasar star. All right. How powerful do you think John Jones the in the million? Very powerful. Do you think it is dumb or idiotic or stupid that Speed Force wielders could now throw or toss? No, I don't think it's. I think it's very creative that they can create things from the Speed Force. That's fine. You know who started doing that first? Wally West. Best Beast battle: Beast versus Lobo. I know who's gonna win, but that's dumb. That's a mismatch if ever. Battle. Oh, Battle Beast. Oh, Battle Beast. I thought that said Beast. I missed it. Um, I'll still give it a Lobo. Lobo would still win. Lobo can't die. Heaven don't want him. Hell don't want him. So where is bro? What Halo and Call of Duty games do you find as the most entertaining? I don't play Halo. Never been a Halo fan. I respect the lore of it, but I have always been a. I like the Call of Duty, especially the Call of Duty games now. They're just goddamn movies. That's all they are. They are. They're just movies in general. They're the reboots. But I've always loved Modern Warfare. Those were great. Um, you had a clear cut villain, and now the Call of Duties now. Like I said, Captain Price has been around for years. you know, and finally when they brought in Ghost, I was like, oh, that's cool. I hated seeing Ghost die in the original Modern Warfare. I was like, oh, you fucked up. Ghost was cool. Let's see. Bill, I enjoyed Jacob's loyalty mission, but the fact that Jacob is the only romance who can cheat on you is a who boy. Oh yeah, well yeah, like I don't know about you, Bill, but I have like multiple Shepherd files. I have multiple Shepherd files, meaning one Shepherd is with Tally, one Shepherd is with Ashley, one, things like that, or vice versa, because I got a male and female. I don't romance. I only romance Jacob one time, and that was it. And then once you find out, then you go through that file with, yeah, he's not with you. It's funny. I was telling Mr. Multi Ty about this as well. Like one time, I said, it's funny if you start in the first Mass Effect, if you start romancing both Liara and Ashley at the same time, they eventually will come to your room and like, Shepard, you got to choose one of them. And I've honestly said to myself, look, if they did come to my room and said, Chris, you got to choose one of us, me or her, honestly, I'm going with the blue alien quickly, like because I would be more interested in learning about her and getting to know her better, and like even when she does that thing with her eyes when they're when they start mating with you, like it's kind of scary when their eyes go black, but I'm like, but when you hear them talk about our senses meld together in perfect harmony, that just sounds like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do that all day. Rex and Eve got together. Yeah. Um, Rex was cool. Uh, yeah. So yeah, Rex was cool. Hey, what happened to those audio dramas you were gonna do? I was really looking forward to those. They're been pushed back. Still gonna do them, but they've been pushed back because a lot of things. Because you know what messed them up? I'll tell you what messed it up. Watching the last Halloween, that just messed everything up. That just messed it up. I was like, yeah, that messed it up. Shouldn't green Martians be more powerful than Lantern cores and Kryptonians combined? In terms of what? Telepathy? Because that's what Martians are, the shapeshifter. But that's about it. Yo, Chris, what's up? What's up, Dano? Uh, I remember one Omni Man was mad at Nissa what she did to his son. Stupid. Omni Man is a jackass. Okay. Should the Doom games make a comeback? The last Doom game that came out was really good. Had the badass music. Doom, 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 doom. It's good shit. I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty because it killed Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor, yeah, that was. What if Metal Gear games made a return? Well, they're bringing out uh, Metal Gear. They're bringing out something for Metal Gear. It's going to be like a lot of the old games, like a collection pack, and they're remaking Snake Eaters. I really wish they weren't remaking Snake Eaters. I like Snake Eaters, but that's not my favorite in the franchise. Natural choice. Lara is hot. Liara is hot. Tally is hot, and you can't even see what she looked like, and nothing like that. Jack is hot. I love ink girls. Like I love women with tattoos. So I love being with Jack because I love just breaking her down. Where you finally get to see the real Jack, like when you see her come up and she just lets that wall down for the first time. It's just great. The evolution of Jack is also lovely to watch. I love that. The evolution of Tally from innocent little Quarian up into a full fledged admiral woman is beautiful. But I still don't. And Bioware, that was cheap what y'all did to show. Oh, this is what Tally looks like without the mask. That was lazy, lazy. Because when you look at her without the mask, you could find that picture where they edit that from. But more importantly, she just looked like one of the character. They made the Koreans look like just smaller versions of the people from Avatar. I was like, no. But I love Tally. Like she another one. Like you hear Tally. The problem I feel so bad with Koreans is like they can't be out that bio suit for too long. Like you could just go like this to a Quarian and they can get sick. It's like Jesus. But I love when you romance Tally and she says, I got a headache and I got all but she said it was worth it. I was like, that makes you feel so good. You're like, oh my God. Like she got sick and she still was like, but I got with you. I'm with you now. That stuff is great. I love that. Why was the game Haze so short lived? Never played it, so I can't tell you. Chris Funk, did you kill Rex? Uh One time I did. I had no choice. I didn't have enough Paragon, and all that left me was you gotta shoot. I didn't have any, and then all of a sudden, I think it was I had Ashley on my screen. She just walked up and shot him. I'm like, what the I didn't tell you to kill him. Like I and then I was like, okay, what happens if you put your file from that into Mass Effect 2? Who leads the Krogan and Ren? I guess Rex's brother leads, and I'm like, I don't like you, like. So I was like, yeah, that's the only shepherd I'm not, there will never be another shepherd I make that kills Rex. And I did not like doing that. I did not. I was like, I did not. I didn't want to do that. I had no choice because and I was like, but come on, man. Like Rex, like I never like every time when the Solarians are like, don't cure the genophage. Don't. I'm like, fuck you. Like I'm gonna cure them. Like what gives you the right to what gives you the right to necessitate another race from to giving birth to making babies, like making their population bigger. I would never betray Rex because I know I've read what happens. Like Rex finds out that you betrayed him, and he tries to kill you, and then you have to kill him. And I'm like, nope, that ain't never happening. They say, but you can get by and lie to his brother because it's easier. Rex is no fool. But come on, like seeing Rex too, like when you see Rex in the next one, and he's there and he's listening to his I guess his advisor, and he's just like, as soon as he sees Shepherd, he get out of my way, like get out of my way. I gotta go see my friend. He Shepherd, my friend. Like it's just like, why would you betray him? Why would you betray somebody who looks at you the way Rex did? And then even at the end of Mass Effect 3, what happens? Rex is like, I'm with you, brother. Like, I came to help your planet. You help me, I'm gonna help you. Like that's loyalty. That kind of friendship is what makes it so much. That's why Mass Effect is one of the greatest franchise ever. The choices you make in that game matters. And same thing with Grunt. Like, I know a lot of people ask me who's better, Grunt or Rex. The problem with both of them is you only get to play with them. They only a part of your squad for like one game fully. The only people that are part of that were a part of your squad from day one into now, uh, um, Tally, Tally for sure. She was part of your squad from day one. People you can play with, and Garrus. Yeah, Garrus is another one. Uh, and it's funny if you don't romance Tally, she gets together with Garrus. That's funny. That's so cute. I'm like, yeah, that's cute. But yes, Chris, I did kill. Yep. What's up? Oh, I did kill I did kill Rex one time. It was I didn't like doing that. Chris, have you ever seen the movie Wolf Cop? I have not watched it yet. I've seen it. I seen it. Haven't watched it. She is hell yeah. Uh, at least they fixed the photo in the legendary. Oh, I haven't gotten to that yet. So yeah, okay. So maybe they did fix it. Okay, cool. Do you still concur that Gwen Stacy was more dull or boring compared to Mary Jane, Betty Brant? No, no, I don't. I don't think she was dull at all. She was she was the girlfriend of the times, and that was it. That's how they wrote it. What image comics still make comics? Well, Spawn is still the longest running independent comic there is. Spawn, he like his whole universe. There's this Spawn, there's Scorched, there's Gunslinger Spawn, which I am reading. Um, uh, they brought back Witchblade for a while, but it was a different Witchblade. I know they're thinking about redoing the Darkness, but Spawn is probably the longest still running. What Galactus comics did you actually like reading or scrolling through? I can't remember those. My Scholastic books was probably Goosebumps. That was just. What is your favorite Archie comic character? I'm like my mom. I was a Jughead fan. I've always been a Jughead fan. My mom was a Jughead fan. She loved Jughead. Uh, like the franchise, the friendship between Garrus and she. Yeah, they get together. Garrus and Tally are MVPs. That's right. Um, like I said, I can talk about Mass Effect all day. In terms of shape shifting, telepathy, invincibility, and tangible to uh, mind control, illusion, and invincibility, and how do Martian Manhunter as a whole compared to everybody else? Well, he's not invincible. He's got a weakness, fire. Martians are weak against fire, so that ain't he ain't invincible. Rex is a total bro. Rex is a bro. Rex was a bro, and um, what up? Hey, Red Dad. When I discovered the potential Garrus tally, I was like all in. Like, yeah, it was funny. It was like, oh, like I find it funny. Like, I find it funny. It's cute though. I'm like, that's cute. Um, I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. I thought it was very cute. If Berserk from Boom Studios, Berserk is getting a TV series. You mean Keanu Reeves's comic? This this is Keanu Reeves's comic. This is volume two of the trade. I think it's 4 parts. It's good. I like it. I think it's getting a Netflix animated series or so. Uh, I'm surprised Spawn was in Mortal Kombat 11. I'm not, because there was always talks of more. Uh, there was always talk of adding him into a Mortal Kombat game. If the Ghost Rider and Hellboy became part of Image Universe, that'd be interesting. How do you think that will? How do you think they will bring Jackie back from the dead? They're not. I don't think I said a reboot. I didn't say a. I said a reboot. It could be somebody else in the darkness this time. I still want an Archie Scooby Doo crossover. That'd be funny. Thoughts on Mass Effect Andromeda? Ugh, the weakest out of the franchise. Potential, but it was kind of dumb for them to do that. They should have never did that with a new cast. To me, the fourth Mass Effect should have been you either continuing where the third one left off, whatever the ending was, but with to me, you could have done Shepard's child, the child of Shepard, whoever you romanced, that you were the child of that person. That would have been cool. I would have enjoyed that. But nope, you tried to do something else. It would just I still have that game. No, I do. I think I do. I think I don't, and I didn't even play half of it. I had to go online on YouTube just to see how it ended. I was just like, yeah. Even watching all the romance things, I was like, it's cool to see that you can romance a female Torian, but it's like, yeah, it doesn't compare. It's like I don't want to call, but it's like the redheaded stepchild of the family. It's just it wasn't gonna be. It just wasn't. What would a Image versus Capcom game be like with their main highlighters and heavy hitters? There's not enough Image characters outside of the Spawn universe they could use. That's the problem. Um, some characters, but it is. You've heard of the animated movie Nimona? Yeah. Favorite Street Fighter game. Favorite Street Fighter game. I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. I've been playing Street Fighter since 1987. That's so you want to do my age? There you go. If you're new, you're looking at a 41-year-old man. So I rock with Street Fighter since my favorite, believe it or not, Street Fighter 3. The one that doesn't get talked about enough. Street Fighter 3 is my favorite. What will Spawn think of Doomslayer? Mm, kill him. I don't care. What do you see is the core of Superman's character as opposed to Captain America with their ideals and heroism? They're basically the same. They're just they're the same. There's nothing different. Recently, Bioware handed development of to Broadsword. They even said they plan to shift their focus on Mass Effect and I know I'm glad they're doing that next Mass Effect because yeah, the Radiant Black comic by Image is very good. I do read the Radiant Black. I read Radiant Black. I read Radiant Red. Read it Radiant Pink. The massive universe is great. And all the other comics in there. I read them in trade though. Did Red Hood have the correct viewpoint on wiping out the irredeemable criminals? Killing is bad in general, Matthew, and it ain't gonna bring back anybody. It's like whatever. Did you ever see any of the 1980s, 1990s Disney films in theaters? Yes, yes. The I've told this story before. There's a reason why The Lion King is so special to me because that was the last movie I saw in theaters with my mother. So I watch Lion King every year on a certain day every year. I saw the Little Mermaid in theaters. I saw the Rescuer. I've seen so many Disney movies in theaters. You know, Mighty Ducks. So if we're talking animated, yes, I've seen a lot of them. I saw Oliver and Company in theaters. I saw the Little Mermaid. I remember when they brought the Jungle Book back to theaters for it because it was an anniversary. So yeah, I've seen a lot. Yes. I don't think I didn't see Aladdin in theaters though. I wish I'd have saw Aladdin in theaters. For what I saw, the Cape, what I saw of the Cape, I agree with you. That had potential. The Cape, yes, the Cape, the TV show The Cape had a lot of potential, and I watched that show from to the start to finish. I thought it was an interesting concept. You know, they even explained why the cape or the suit is kind of more resistant and things like that. It was different. It was fun, but it came out at a time when NBC was not going to be putting a lot of emphasis on a makeshift superhero show. It weren't going to do that. That's not NBC's forte. Like I'll say this too. Who asked that question again? Uh, Read that. Read that. Were you a fan of the show Grimm? If you were, which I was, I love that show Grimm. I was shocked that that was on NBC and not somewhere else because NBC is not about that. They're about their Law and Orders and all their crime dramas and stuff like that. But Grimm got away with it because it was kind of a crime drama, but mixed with supernatural. I loved Grimm. I thought that was a great show. I loved that show. That was Grimm was fun. I love that show. Uh, um, yeah, I don't think she would need it, but remember, the Witchblade only goes. It only goes to the Witchblade only goes to females. So yeah, and I still have to. I'll leave that because I do plan to do a non comic book lineup of that. So yeah. What was the most spooky Disney film and Warner Brothers film that you have witnessed? Spooky? Mm, I don't know. I probably would. I would say the old school. I would probably say the old school um, Sleepy Hollow from Disney, the animated. That kind of scared me, especially when the Ichabod Crane's getting chased by the headless horseman. Now, for all you don't know, I live in New York. I am only 12 miles, yeah, about 12 miles from the real Sleepy Hollow. I've been there, and one of the Sleepy Hollow high school has the headless horseman statue right there. It's really cool. So yeah, I have been to the real Sleepy Hollow. Um, what's going on? What time is it? Yeah, I did say I'll go a little bit longer because we got cut off. Uh, where was we? Uh, oh, Bill asks. I'm the same way in a way. I always listen to George Harris on my mom's birthday because he was her favorite Beatle. Yeah, my mom loved the Beatles too. I always tell people this like it's my mother who got me in my late mother, I should say, who got me into different musics from different eras. I think it definitely is her. So when I was growing up, every morning she would have different music playing from different eras for breakfast. Like I'd get when I'm coming to breakfast, something's playing like Motown from the '60s. Your Buddy Holidays and stuff like that. Country music. I mean, she had Hank Williams playing at times. Like it's like I I don't mind country, but it's just like I got appreciation for different music from different eras that I wasn't from because I'm an '80s brat. So that music is fine. '90s, da 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 da. But music that came from the '70s and '60s and '50s and stuff like that. Yeah, like I mean, who here can say they know songs from Billie Holiday? I do because I listen to that stuff. So yeah, I get it. Did you see Mulan in theaters? No, I did not. I missed that chance. But when it finally came out, I loved it. I loved watching it. I thought I thought Eddie Murphy as Mushu was great. I was like, yo, he's hilarious. Like, but I love Eddie Murphy in general. So, probably one of my favorite lines in there was when Mulan is aiming the rocket at the mountain, and and Mushu said, "You missed him. He was right there. How did you miss?" And he was like, "Oh," and then that was cool. Like, yeah, they did make the Huns the very scary looking. I was like, the hell? Like those are just supposed to be Mongolians. Like, and why are they so scary looking? Like it was crazy. Um, and then after I watched Mulan, I looked into the real Fa Mulan, like what's the real story of her, like or folklore of her, and it's not a pretty story. After it's not, it's really bad. I was like, Jesus, like, and that's the thing about Disney. They always take historical figures or so and Disneyfy it, but then when you start doing like Pocahontas, a good example. You really think that shit happened to Pocahontas? It was all sweetness. No, it wasn't. Pocahontas was 14. And you know what happened to her? She was raped. She was. It's ugh. It's like Disney always tries to do that. They do that, and they. I think sometimes they think people are stupid, and they don't think people are going to really look into. Okay, this character is real or not, and then you see the total opposite. It's really different. Um, I'm sure you remember this one, but did you ever watch the TV show Thunder in Paradise? Oh my God, Thunder in Paradise. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. Hogan on there trying to be tough, and I never understood what they were. Like I didn't know what they were. It just was weird. That show was weird. Best release of Flash Gordon. What about Flash Gordon? Because there was that remake Flash Gordon that came on Sci-Fi, and I only saw like a little bit of it. I was, you know, and I just and then and not too long ago I rewatched the original movie, and I'm still like dancing to the Flash. Ah, I'm like, oh yeah, it still gets me. Do you still think they need to remake Highlander? Um, the last thing I'm looking forward to that remake of Highlander because I think Henry Cavill is going to be Connor McLeod. So, and I'm looking forward to that. I mean, at one point, it was going to be Ryan Reynolds, and I think at one point, and they dropped that. Look, I love the Highlander movie. Well, one, I only like the first one. I don't like the first movie and the TV show with his cousin Duncan. I didn't like the Highlander, the Raven. I didn't care for that. I didn't care for that last movie. Oh my god, the Source. That was terrible. Like, ugh. But it's funny because I've watched a lot of people who've never watched it on YouTube. The first time, reactors they watch movies for the first time. That's becoming a big trend on YouTube now. People, and I think I've talked about this before. That some of them I believe, and a lot of them I don't believe. There are times like when I see people watching Terminator 2 for the first time, I'm like, how the fuck you ain't never seen that before? Like, it don't matter your age, how you not heard of it. When I heard someone say they never even heard of this, I'm like, unless you're from a different country, but if you were from North America in general, how you not heard of Terminator 2 or something like that? I was like, wait. So there are some of them I question, like, you never seen this before? But a lot of them uh uh watched that and Highlander, and the first thing they say is like, wait a minute, he's supposed to be Scottish, right? But what they'll say, what is Christopher Lambert? And I'm like, and they research, they look at, wait, he's French American. Is wait, how is he Scottish? And it is funny. It is funny when you look at the first Highlander. It's like Christopher Lambert. You hear him speaking with this strong freaking French accent. And it's like I don't hear a Scots accent. I don't hear. I don't. You don't hear the Scot accent. You don't hear him talking like like I'm Duncan MacLeod. It's more just sounds like, wait, what? Like I'm not saying speak like, and then you got Sir Sean Connery in there who's supposed to be Spanish, and I'm like, with his weird, like his Scottish accent has always been just weird to me. When I hear someone like Gerard Butler talk, I'm like, that's the Scottish accent I know. But when Sean Connery speaks, it's just like, wait, where is he from? Like, I don't. It's weird. It's funny though. I never watched Grimm, but I might check out the. Yes, Grimm. Read that is great. So think how can I put it? Okay, so Grimm it's about a guy who realized that his family is they're called the Grimms. You ever hear of the Grimm fairy tales? It's kind of what that is. All those fairy tales like the Big Bad Wolf and all those stuff brought to life there, but in this they're called Vesson, and he Nick Burthart, aka he's a Grimm. He can see through their like what they really look like. There's like thing called hexen beasts. Like I guess it's like a witch. They look all hideous, looking like kind of like the witches, like a witch. Like that's in the Grimm fairy tales. He can see through that, and that's what. And he goes on. He protects. It's shot in Portland. It takes place in Portland, and so they've had like the Krampus on there. That was like one of great episode. Like the Krampus was going around kidnapping kids, and he was like, "Someone's being naughty," and he grabbed them and put them in his bag, his sack, and it was cool. It was very interesting. It was a great show. I think it ran for 5 seasons, and then it ended. It had a good ending. It was good. It's a great show. If you're into shows like Buffy and Angel, you'll like this. Like it. Check it out. Have you seen Big Bear, Brother Bear? I do like Brother Bear. I love that. Hey Sean, have you ever watched the Gremlins: Secret of the Mogwai, the prequel on? No, I have not watched it yet, but I love Gremlins. I love Gremlins. I love both of them. I love both of them. I saw the second one in movie theaters. I didn't see the first one in movie theaters. Uh, what if Tobey Maguire Spider Man and Kirsten Dunst Mary Jane have a daughter, Mayday Parker live action? I would love them. I would love a Spider Woman, Spider Girl movie with Mayday Parker. Yes, I would love that. Not Anna Parker from Renew Your Vows. No, I'm talking about Mayday. I want that one with her little brother Ben. The one where Peter lost his leg in a final battle with Norman Osborn. Yeah, Earth. That's basically it's called Earth 982, or basically Marvel Comics 2, because they had the child of Juggernaut, the niece of Sharon Carter, who became the American Dream. J2, all those characters was great. What is the worst Eddie Murphy movie? Um, I'm going Pluto Nash. I didn't like that movie. I wasn't a big fan of that. I remember hearing that the Black Cauldron was a box office bomb due to it first being a. Yeah, I love the Black Cauldron. I think it's underrated. It's one of those underrated movies. I liked it. I liked it. The Super Mario Brothers movie is on Peacock. Oh, I'll give it a check. I'm interested in watching this because I hear I hear in this movie Princess Peach ain't no damsel in distress. That's fun. What do you see with Darkseid and Doomsday as baddies? Darkseid is the bad. He's an uber baddie. Doomsday is just the flavor of the day. He's just the flavor of the month. Doomsday will go down as just for one thing, the guy that killed Superman. That's it. Other than that, whenever they try to bring him back, I'm like, for what? That's all he's good. That's all he was for. Same thing like when Marvel tried to bring back Onslaught. I was like, why are you bringing back Onslaught for? You know? Did you ever let other people's opinions affect you? Nope. And never let that happen. Music taste came from a combination of both my mom and my dad. Yeah, like I just recorded a video and I'll put it up soon, guys. It's called um it's a video basically explaining where do I get. I took 14 categories, I balled them up and I pull out a category, and my love from it's called where I get my love from. It's either from my mom or my dad. I did a video. I just recorded it. It'll be up this week. And you gotta take tally where do I get most of my love for things from? Like it's either my mom or my dad, and I had a lot of fun doing that. One of them was like my love for westerns. Where do I get that from? Or my love for grocery shopping. Where do I get that from? You'll find out in the video. I'm gonna. It'll be up soon. I can't listen to the song "You Are My Sunshine" because it reminds me too much of my grandmother, and I don't want to start crying. Well, how do you think I feel when I listen to some songs that my mom used to sing, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. Kitana, Melina, Sindel, or Shiva. Which Mortal Kombat character is the most hard headed to you? Shiva. Shiva's the Shokan just are hard headed in general. You could tell they are. Ashura versus Doomsday, who would win? Ashura, I'll give it to that. The problem is in the Mulan film, they had a brown person in the beginning, not being racist. I am brown myself, but this is historically inaccurate in the Far East, and it felt like it was a fan service. Yeah, that's not true. You ever have you ever seen older Asian Far East characters? Far East Asian people, they're very dark skinned. So yeah, that's and Mulan is a and more importantly, are you talking about Mushu? Or are you talking about the Huns? Because Mongolians are dark. They're dark skinned. They're not peach or yellow looking. They're very dark skinned. Uh, then again, they had Des people and black people play in the Middle East in Aladdin. But yeah, again, like I said, it's just it is what it is. Yeah, Highlander's getting a remake. Hell yeah, yeah. Henry Cavill's playing Duncan Connor McLeod. Connor. It was supposed to be done a couple of years ago, and Ryan Reynolds was going to play it, but now Henry Cavill is going to play uh, Connor. Should they make a Nova movie or along with this? Yeah, I keep hearing one of the secret things is Nova. I'll be if it's the real human rocket, my favorite, then cool. I'll be down. Not that Nova Force that we saw in Guardians. That those Rent-A-Cops. No, that ain't the Nova Force. I want White Tiger too. In Thunder and Paris, they were ex Navy SEALs. Yeah, I don't believe that. I can't believe. I just remember the only episode I remember from Thunder in Paradise is the episode where they found this boy who I guess was raised by wolves, and he was howling, and he liked Hogan. So anytime that he wore Hogan's clothes because he had his scent on it. Is stupid. Were Luke Cage and Black Lightning given the accurate portrayals at the time? Yes, to a degree. You got to remember at the time they came out, they both came out in the 70s. And in time in the 70s, that was around the time of big black exploitation days. So your Dolomites, your Shaft, your all those characters, Super Bad, they were a mixture of those, you know. And over time, every era they evolved, like any character. The the most thing that people say is like they weren't even written by blacks. They weren't written by and that's not a bad thing, but at the same time, I do want to see a character of like if a character of color is I want to see a character of color written by someone that can understand what it's like to be that race. So when David Walker came on to write Luke Cage, I was happy because he's black, so he understands that. Same like Christopher Priest is is probably the most iconic run of Black Panther. He understood that. With Black Lightning, it's the same thing. He evolved, but with Black Lightning is more just a black character. He's an educator. That's one thing I love about Black Lightning. That besides growing up in the ghetto of Metropolis, which they don't really showcase, they make Metropolis like it's just beacon of hope city, like the city of tomorrow. That's the nickname of it. But there is a ghetto, suicide slums. That's in Metropolis. And if you read the book, The Other Side of the DC Universe, which is great, it showcases on the DC heroes of color. And one of them is about Black Lightning. He talks about it how Superman never comes down this part. He never came over here. He never patrolled over here. He was always uptown or so. So when he finally did come down, I stood like where were you at when these people needed you? You weren't around. Like I took up this, so I love that. Like yeah, but Luke Cage and Black Lightning are more than just their skin color. Especially now, Luke Cage is the mayor of New York City in the comics. He's the mayor. How talk about evolving of a character. It's like, yo, you're the mayor. Like, yeah, somebody want to assassinate him. Let's shoot him. Yeah, could you imagine somebody wants to shoot the mayor of New York City in Marvel Universe? Luke Cage is the mayor. You couldn't even kill him if you wanted to, unless you got an adamantium bullet, and those are fucking expensive. Um, uh, Black Lightning educator, father. Those are two of my favorite characters. How cool would an Irish Robin Hood be or a Norwegian one? I don't know. Well, I don't know because Robin Hood was more of a British folklore hero, not an Irish one. Or are you just saying a version of it? I don't know. What would a meeting between J. Jonah Jameson and Perry White? That would be interesting. I would love that. I would like that. I would love to see what they would. I think Perry would not like JJ very much. Like I heard of a Terminator. I heard of Terminator when I was 9, and I remember that Terminator 2 reference in Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monk when Scorpion is singing. And yeah, excuse me, with the thumbs up. Well, yeah. If you don't mind me asking, uh, Reddit, how old are you, brother? I'm just gonna. I don't mean I'm not prying. I just want to know. What if Xena, warrior princess, had a reinvention of herself in a new saga? They tried to. They were gonna do a kind of a reboot remake of Xena. Her she was gonna be. It was gonna be like she was this. It was gonna be more of she was gonna be a soldier, like I think a marine, but have she was the reincarnation of Xena, like or a relative of her ancestor. It was some like I think NBC was gonna do it. It sounded stupid. I was like, no, keep Xena in ancient Greece where it was. It was perfect. I love Xena. I still watch that to this day because I have it on DVD box sets and stuff. I still. What did you think of about? What did you like about Brother Bear? Uh, what did I like about Brother Bear? Them putting a lot of emphasis on the Inuit culture. Talking about the great spirits, and you got to remember my family is half native, so that also plays a factor. So um, them talking about just showing the Inuit spirit and how important animals are. I love that stuff. Like I'm always a big fan of that stuff. Like how much our indigenous uh, people appreciates the animals. Yeah, they hunt them, but they also appreciate what they give us. Like they talk about wolves in good light, not in bad light, which I love. Like I've always said, wolves are the most demonized animals in the animal kingdom. They get demonized too much, but they're wolves are not bad. They're always depicted as bad in the culture of Norwegian and not Norwegian and Scandinavian, like Viking. They're devil dogs. They're the devil dogs. They're the dogs of the night. You know, but they're not. You know, what if Spider-Man got a healing factor that is above Hulk's Wolverine? I don't like that. I don't want him to have that. He doesn't need that. He does heal fast. He does heal fast, but it's different. It's not as he does heal fast. But he always says it too, like I heal fast, like oh, I'm a fast healer. But he does heal fast. But I don't want him to have something like that because he barely gets you can barely touch the man. Like say say you hate Damian Wayne is in your Waluigi voice. Uh, um, I hate Damian Wayne. There you go. Waluigi, I hate Damian Wayne. Why do you hate Damian Wayne too? My gosh, sorry. How do you feel when you see Princess Peach for the first time? How did that feel when I saw Princess Peach in the first Mario game? I didn't care. I didn't mind then, but after a while, I got tired of it. That's the problem. That I think people don't are not trying to see it from my perspective. I got tired of it's like oh my god, she got captured again by Bowser. This woman should learn how to defend herself too. Like oh my god, like the good Jesus, good God, like again, like you don't see Zelda doing that shit. Is the Riddler as bright as he claims to be? Yeah, Riddler is very smart. If you were to compare Riddler, like to say one of my favorites, Mr. Terrific, hell no. Hey kid, I saw Spider Man yesterday. Best animated I've seen. Yeah, Spider Man was great. That was the last movie I saw. I saw it last week. Who owns the rights to Thundercats and He Man comic books? Warner Brothers. Well, uh, Warner. Yeah, DC owns. I think DC owns both of them, or Dark Horse. I think because the last He Man book I saw was on Dark Horse. It could. Who owns Dark Horse? I believe it's Warner DC. I think yeah. Are Catwoman and Poison Ivy inter- intriguing from a personality standpoint, or are they eye candy? I don't. I hate Catwoman, so I don't. I Poison Ivy. I like. So yeah, they're very intriguing. They're not just eye candy. I don't know about you, but John Wick is not my favorite character in four. That goes to Kane. I want more of Kane. Yeah, we'll have to see because he was looked like he was about to get killed. Uh, yeah. Uh, should steal from DC? Shouldn't steal from DC be as brilliant as Batman? And he is. Redact. I'm 15. Oh, okay. He's still a young boy. Still a young man. Still a young man. Man, I miss being 15. That was a good year for me. Still, you haven't reached Club 20 yet. Still got a long way. That's good. Keep learning. What about Static and Cyborg are as representation of African American heroes? They're great. Static is great. Cyborg is great. Um, they're both great. Like they're both great. Static is showcased as being intelligent, but also being a city boy. You know, he's a city kid, inner city kid, but very intelligent. Cyborg, the same thing. Just what happened to him made him into a cyborg. You know. Yeah, wolves aren't bad because they only attack when threatened. They don't attack on spot. Yeah. When have you ever heard of someone getting attacked by a wolf? You rarely hear wolf attacks. And now you don't really. If you were in the woods, say somewhere up in the northwest or so, because I'm in the northeast, there are no wolves up here. Um, Even if you go further up north, there are no wolves around here. Um, if you see a wolf and you try to go, that wolf is going to run before anything because they have become so knowledgeable of like humans are kind of scary. Now, if you are in their neck of the woods, in terms of you, for example, let's say you try to go, you go into a wolf's den. Yeah, you in deep shit. You in the wrong. That mother wolf is going to protect them pups with her life. So she gonna come at you. She's gonna kill you. If you go inside the den of a wolf pack, yeah, you're in serious shit. You're in serious. You better run because once that alpha come out, and the other thing about what also they seem to don't do right in movies, well, some of them, they always do this where the alpha is the one that attacks, or they humanize it like the alpha of the pack is like, yeah, this human's mine. I'm gonna take him on. No, if the alpha attacks, the rest of the wolf packs are gonna attack. They're gonna attack with the alpha. That's how they hunt. They hunt in a pack, and that's why I love wolves so much because of their family oriented animals. They hunt as a pack. You could see the upper echelons of, like, you'll know who the alpha is, you know who the omegas are, you know who the betas are. Like, I love that there's a ranking for each wolf. It's really cool. That they're really cool. I love wolves. What do you think of the Super Mario Brothers RPG remake? I saw that. I was like, wow, okay. I never played the original, so that's cool. How about a new Zorro franchise made by a new actor? Yeah, they are. They're doing a new Zorro show. I think it's coming for Disney on Disney Plus. The actor who's going to play Zorro is the actor. He's on NCIS now. What is his name? I did a video on it too. Because I'm really interested in. Let me see who is. Oh, Vilmer Valarama. He's doing. There is a new Zorro series coming out, uh, and he is going to be on Disney. Um, so that's cool. I love Zorro. I've always loved Zorro. You know, I liked the Antonio Banderas movies. I thought they were fun. I didn't hate them. I liked them a lot. Uh, you know, I thought it was cool seeing the old Zorro, played by Sir Anthony Hopkins, playing the original Della Vega, and then passing the torch to uh, Antonio Banderas. And then, if you ever read the sequel to Django, they did a crossover between Django and Zorro. So you saw Zorro, older Zorro, meet Django, and they helped free slaves in Arizona. I think they were natives, and it was really cool. It was like a sequel to Django Unchained. It was Django. It was cool. Flash is one of the worst movies of these I ever. Oh, you saw it, John? I wasn't going to see that. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you, bro. Uh, uh, Controversy has nothing to do with my opinion. It was just awful. I've heard the same thing from coworkers that said the same thing. Like, look, it just was a bad movie. You know, despite what you may feel about Ezra Miller, it just was bad, and I can agree with people. I've said it before. They look at how they sold the movie. What did they sell it on? They sold it on because Michael Keaton's back as Batman. That's it. They didn't sell it on. They didn't sell it on Ezra Miller's Flash. Oh, we're getting a Supergirl. Yeah, and even with that, and I understand they want to do a different version of Supergirl, Kara, but look, the Supergirl movie that's coming out, I want the accurate Supergirl. I'm sorry, like I want blonde, Kara. So I'm just saying, and I'm looking forward to that because that's a good story that they're molding it around. What would Angela think of Princess Peach? And Angela who? Who? Angela who? Are we talking about? Were He-Man and Thundercats as good as you remember? Yes, they were. That's my childhood, bro. Like, don't mess with my childhood. Like, that's my childhood. Those are my He-Man was my childhood hero. Before I was introduced to Spider-Man, that was my childhood hero. Those were my heroes. I wanted to be He-Man. I would go outside. I would be running around in my underwear, go outside, get a stick before I actually got the real Power Sword toy and was going by the power of Grayskull. I have the power. I see a squirrel, turn to it, and like it turned into a big battle cat, and I pretend to jump on it, and let's go. And that was my like. Quentin says I'm 17. I missed 17 too. That was a fun year for me too. Uh, yeah, you know, yeah. If y'all laughing at what I just said, I don't mind. But yeah, I'm a He-Man fan, and I loved the He-Man on Netflix, the one that that the hell how am I forgetting his name? Silent Bob. Why am I forgetting his name? Did I thought it was good, especially the second half. Like y'all bugging with that. Can y'all give me? I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name. Who played Silent Bob? I can't believe I'm brain farting on his name. I can't remember. I can't. I can't. Oh shoot. Uh, I'm forgetting his name. How am I? I'm forgetting his name. I can't believe it. That's ridiculous. I can't believe that. Chris Funk, Kevin Smith, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I can't remember Kevin Smith. Yeah, I liked it. Shark attacks are also rare unless they are. There you go, Matthew. Smart man. That's right. Shark attacks happen really from two species: bull sharks, bull sharks, tiger sharks, not white sharks. White sharks get the brunt of it, but they don't. You can swim next to a white shark and it won't attack you. Bull sharks attack because they are just on their aggression is just off the chain. And they're the one species of shark that can swim in fresh water. They can go in like rivers and stuff. That's scary. I've heard stories of sharks up in the Ohio River or the Mississippi River. That's scary. That's scary. Like nah. John, where do you think Miles goes from here? Well, the next one we know that he is on Earth 42, where his see. I don't want to spoil it. See, I don't know if everybody's seen it, so it looks like this was going to be a rescue mission. The next one is definitely going to find Miles. I will say that. But like I said, John, I told this earlier. That movie did not give me a lot of love from seeing Miguel. I hated Miguel in that, and I do like Spider-Man 2099, but I hate Miguel in that movie. I hate it. I was like, you, and I didn't like the whole factor of the destiny of a Spider-Man is to lose somebody. Like, no, it's not. Like, what the freak? Is Jean Grey and Mystique compatible in any way? Compatible? Jean maybe, Mystique ain't. Mystique, you can't trust her. Mystique drop you like a bad habit. She don't care about anybody but herself and her lover Destiny. She don't even care for her kids. What do you think about Tarzan as connected to George of the Jungle and Mowgli? Tarzan is the oldest out of no he's not. Is he? Wait, let me see. Hold on. Um Jungle uh, when did the Jungle Book debut? 1884. When did Tarzan debut? I'm trying to remember. Okay, so Mowgli is older than Tarzan. So it's Mowgli should be is kind of a catalyst for Tarzan because Edgar Rice Burroughs wrote him in yeah, even though Tarzan is 100 years old. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, and Robert Roderick Kipling wrote Mowgli in 1884. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, there's a difference because Tarzan, you're a little bit more scared of Tarzan. If you were in the jungle and you were an enemy of Tarzan, who would you be more scared of, him or Mowgli? And George of the Jungle, don't that's a comedy. I want this crossword between crossover uh, TMNT and Static. That'd be interesting. Do you think Zoro is skilled with a whip as he is with a sword? Yes, he has. Will you see the TMNT movie? I talked about this earlier, John. Yes, I will. I am going to go see that TMNT Mutant Mayhem because this is different. This is really different. They are being portrayed as real teenagers. Like they got to be no more than 14, 15 years old in this, and they're voiced by young kids. Like in all the other movies, they say teenagers, but how old are they? I always looked at them as being in their late teens, 18, 17, 16, maybe 19 the most. So I am looking forward to that. And I like the art style too. The Mask of Zorro was a classic, as well as the Mark of Zorro, but Legend of Zorro was too kid friendly, but it could stand some points. I have the power. There you go. That's right. I have the power. Angela from Marvel. I'm talking about. Yeah, she wouldn't care. The only thing I do know, I, I do not like about He-Man is that he is absurdly and neglective to cats. Neglected to cats. How? Abusive. How He-Man abuses the cats? He rides one every time. His best friend is a cat. How is he abusing the cats? That I sorry for everyone who hasn't seen it and wants to, but they brought the worst Batman back at the end. Oh yeah, I heard. You can spoil it. I don't care. I spoiled already. Yeah, I heard like George Clooney came back in that flight. I was like, oh my god. Who would win in a fight? An arm wrestling, Black Adam or He Man? That'd be good, interesting. And the TV show did the Flashpoint story in the TV show did the Flashpoint story better. Yeah, they did. We see Spider-Man serious, sadistic, or pissed off, but I don't think we ever saw him blood, bloodlust. There's a Spider-Man that was just really, I forgot which universe he's from. Favorite SNK game? No, oh I missed one. Sorry. What has ruined or spoiled some DC peeps for you? I don't know. Favorite SNK game is Fatal Fury. Yeah, Fatal Fury. There's others, but Fatal Fury. Um, yeah, pretty much Fatal Fury. King of Fighters, things like that. In Injustice, did the Joker kill Lois Lane when he put the bomb or her heart, or was it Superman that killed her because he thought it was? Uh, it was Superman. He thought it was, but it was Lois. It's How do you feel when Batman punched Guy Gardner for the first time? I thought that was funny as hell. I'm not a big Guy Gardner fan, and he had it coming. So yeah. Favorite fighting game on PS2 and Dreamcast. um, for Dreamcast, I'm going. What was I? Oh my God, Power Stone. There you go. Power Stone's a fighting game. I like that. That's for Dreamcast. PS2, Tekken 3. I'll just say that because I love that one. Why did Dreamcast fail? Sales started to drop, and PlayStation just started taking over. Can you say anything about Mongols? Um, they're interesting. The Mongolians, Mongols. Are we talking Mongolian people or just the Mongols in general? I'm not going there. I saw that new Spider Verse. Honestly, looking back, I loved it, but thought Miguel was annoying that while someone must die to be Spider-Man plot point was pointless and stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. Not just that, just the whole concept of a Spider-Man is always about loss. Like somebody has to die for it. No, that's not Spider-Man. That is the catalyst of most heroes. Most superheroes come from tragedy. You look at every superhero you can think of, tragedy, mostly all tragic. But a Spider-Man should not be just, that didn't make sense to me, and I did not like that. Gamera fights King Kong. How does it end? Gamera's coming back actually, but the movie was good though. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I need to really think about the question I want to ask you because oh, that's fine. Cool. Have you ever heard about the rumors of the Superman movie cast? Yeah, the so they already announced who is playing Superman and Lois. I like what I saw. I like this guy, David Con Con Sweat. I'm probably butchering the name. And I like what I saw. I mean, he does look like Cavill, but he's bigger than Cavill. He's 6'4". Philly boy. Went to Juilliard, which is a famous school right up here in New York. Like a lot of the Anthony Mackie went there. That's a school for um, for talent, um, um, acting and stuff like that. It's a good school. And the actress who's playing Lois now, I like what I saw. I looked at her. I was like, man, I can see Lois instantly with her. I'm like, yeah. I just hope she is not just. I hope she's tough Lois. Like, remembering that she is a army brat. Like, that's the one that I want. I want tough Lois, not damsel in distress Lois. I don't want that Lois. Um, and because, like I said, the dude is 6'4". He's 6'4". That's the same height Christopher Reeves was. All he needs to do now is put on weight. For all he needs to do is put on weight for muscle. Put on muscle mass, and he's good. The height, that is the perfect height for Superman. 6'3", 6'4". That's what he is. That's how tall Superman is. He's like 6'3". But they call him big guy because he's his mask is. But Henry Cavill was 6'1", but that was fine. I always said Henry Cavill just got done dirty. That's all. I'm gonna miss him though, but he's better off away from Warner Brothers and DC. He is. He's better off from DC. Go to Marvel. You want to still do superheroes? Go to Marvel somewhere else. Get away from them because there are plenty of Marvel characters I can see Henry Cavill playing, and it ain't just Captain Britain, Brian Braddock. Um, Let me see. This will be funny. I want to see Angela Marvel punch Guy Gardner in the face, and I will laugh all day. Yeah, that'll kill him. Unless he put up his shield, yeah, he'll get killed. How does Zelda contrast with Peach as princesses? You got you. How long you want with that one? Okay, Zelda is tough. Zelda don't run and don't get captured. Off. She's got a champion, yes, but she also was on the front line too. She ain't no sucker like Princess Peach. Like she get captured. Like Zelda go undercover as her character Sheik. You see that character, and that's her. That's Zelda fighting. Princess Zelda is far more powerful than her too. Like, oh, person, they sucker. What's your thoughts on the whole Jonathan Majors? I heard he won. I heard he won his case. Like, I heard Jonathan Majors won. Like, he won. Everything. He turned out real well. That's what I heard. I wasn't keeping up with it. Um, I really wasn't. Um, but I heard he won that huge domestic violent case. He won that. So we'll see what happens. Lois and Clark will has been casted. Yes, they have. Now, in terms of Lex Luthor, that is interesting. The rumors are Gunn is down to two brothers, the Skarsgård brothers, Alexander and Bill. So we could have either Tarzan because he played Alexander played Tarzan, play play Lex Luthor, or Bill, who we saw in the latest. We saw him John Wick 4, or basically you probably all know him as Pennywise. Take your pick, and they both are interesting. I like that. Peter has a good heart, even before he wore that costume or mask. That's right. That's damn right. Thoughts on the Super Mario Brothers RPG? I just talked about that, Perry. What do you think about Wonder Woman, aka Diana Stan? What do you think? Wait, what do you think? What Wonder Woman stands for? She stands for everything. I don't mind what she stands for. Peace. She stands for love. She stands for equality. She stands for a lot of things. So take your pick. What do you think about the Secret Invasion first episode ending? Have not watched it. I'm not gonna watch Secret Invasion until all 6 episodes are up. Then I'm gonna just binge it. I'm that's how I'm gonna do it now. So yeah. So no Secret Invasion because I have not watched it. I thought Tyler Hoechlin did well in Teen Wolf. Yes, he did. And is killing it as Superman and Lord. Yes, he is. What do you appreciate about Bizarro? I don't really care for Bizarro. Never have. Terry Hatcher was Lois Lane I liked the most. Oh yeah, Terry Hatcher was a decent Lois. I didn't mind her. I can't wait for Henry Cavill's Warhammer TV show. Yeah, he's a big Warhammer fan. He's a geek. He's a big geek, and I love that about him. Uh, who are they going to cast Batman? Who do you think they're going to cast Batman for Brave and the Bold? I'm hoping they cast an actor who is in there in his 40s, give off the belief that he has a teenage son. I'm not. He better not be young. He should be in. The actor should be in either late 30s, early 40s. I know Jensen Ackles is pushing for it because I like Jensen Ackles voicing Batman. I do, even though I'm not really a big fan of the Tomorrowverse, but he has done some of my favorite Tomorrowverse movies. I do have some favorite movies from the Tomorrowverse. You know, one of my favorite is Long Halloween because that's one of my favorite Batman stories. Long Halloween. I like the JSA story, animated movie, JSA World War II. The only thing I wish is Flash wasn't in it. Barry Allen Flash. You know, Peach is the walking definition of Stockholm. There you go. You can call that. Well, yeah, there you go. She's the ultimate damsel in distress. And whenever I go to conventions and I see people dressed up as Princess Peach, I rarely go over to say, Princess Peach, can I get a picture? Whenever I see Zelda, can I get a pic? Or I remember one time, and you can actually find it when I was at MegaCon, there was a guy dressed up as Link, and I said the whole fuck Mario, and he said, yeah, fuck Mario. I was like, I didn't tell him to say that, but yeah, like that's how I look. I always say, look, Zelda, Link is the true face of Nintendo, not Mario. I like him, but when I think who should really be the representation of Nintendo, it's my man Link, and I'm looking at my statue of him right now. I'm like, yeah, yeah. There you go. Uh, what story do you think Gunn will tell with the Superman movie? This may be controversial, but for me, no original story. I don't think he's doing the origin story. He's not doing that. I think he's more. It's called Legacy for a reason. I think that was one thing Gunn said. It's called it for a reason. But I think you can move on from everybody. If everybody and their mama knows Superman's origin, you don't need to do that again. You really don't. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. So get away. I think it's going to really mean more. The thing about if you ever heard Christopher Reeves, my favorite Superman, talk about playing that character and how he approached it, it is pretty much the blueprint of how every actor should portray this character. I love what he said. He said the thing about it was, I first and foremost, I got rid of the whole aspect of him being a superhero first. He was like, everybody knows that. What I focused on is how would I feel if I was, how would I feel and how would I approach it if I was an orphan, an alien, a godlike alien, hiding amongst people, trying to learn their ways, this and that. And I'm just like, that is the, he got it. He understood it better than guys now that played it. Everybody focuses more on the superhero aspect. You gotta push that aside for a second and just think about what this guy, how are you approaching this? How would you feel if you were a godlike alien from another world and everything to you was almost like paper? Like you could take this microphone, you instead of like imagine I had his strength and I picked it up, a break in my hand or something like that, or learn how to control these powers you have and realize that yes, you are an orphan, but you have two loving family, two loving people that love you for who you are, not for what you should be. That was something I hated about Snyder's movie. God damn, I hated that. I hated Jonathan Kenton. I'm like the what like I go back to when Kevin and yeah, Kevin Costner playing Jonathan. Kevin Costner's cool, great actor, great actor. But the moment when I heard him say, when young Clark is saying, "What should I have done?" when he's pushing, saving his schoolmates, and like, what I should have done? Should I just let them die? Maybe, huh? Huh? That's not the Kents. That's not the Kents. I don't want to hear them saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, you should have let your classmates die just to keep your secret." Even the whole concept of how Jonathan died in that movie was stupid. I hated that. Where the tornadoes come and he's just like, "No, no, you stay there." Pops, I'm fast enough. Nobody will see me. That was stupid. That made no fucking sense to me. I hated that. I hated that. And then it got worse with Martha when she was like, well, Clark, you could, basically be their God, you don't owe this world a damn thing. It's like, what? Wait, who are these people? That's not the Kents. I don't ever want to hear that. That's like me. That's like basically Uncle Ben saying, fuck you got fuck that great power shit. You step on people, they step on you, you step on them. I'd be like, nope. That no. That's why I can't stand people that like, oh, bring back the Snyderverse. I was on Facebook and I'm on a group, a comic group, and we were talking about the new casting. And this guy was just, and I knew he was trolling, and I should have stopped talking, but this guy's like, I'm tired of these. I don't want this. I don't want a smiling Superman. I want a dark Superman. So I said, so you want Injustice Superman? Oh boy, like I need that. We need that. No, he's like, no, I want something darker. So I'm like, so basically, you want Ultraman from Earth 3? Like it's stupid. It's really stupid. I can't stand when people say I hate Superman, and you say, and I say, why you hate Superman? Because he's a Boy Scout. He's too good. So and like what? Like this stupid. Like I can't stand that stuff. Oh, but you like Captain America? Yeah, Captain America. That's Superman. I've heard people talk like that, and I'm like, that made no sense. You make no sense. All right, oh my God, it's one. Okay, we gonna get ready to wrap this up, guys. I like I said, I apologize because the last stream canceled and things like that. But all right, so I'm gonna end. Let's keep going. I'll finish these last questions for you guys. This was fun. It was fun. It was fun hanging out with you guys as always. But let's see, Warhammer. Answer that. Would Bowser fare well against Ganondorf? Nope. How powerful is Angela from Marvel? Well, you got to remember she was from Image first, and then she was sold to Marvel. She's powerful. She is the sister of Thor, the daughter of Odin. I wish they didn't do that. We need Superman versus Mongol in live action. No, we don't. We need Brainiac. Fuck that Mongol. No, no. I don't care about Mongol. I don't care. I really don't care about Lex Luthor. What I want is Brainiac, not not Lex Luthor. We've seen him enough. We need Brainiac. Brawly versus Lobo. I'm not putting no Dragon Ball characters on another level. I ain't messing with that. What do you like about Doctor Fate and Doctor Strange as magical casters? Well, I'm more of a Doctor Strange fan than a Doctor Fate fan because Fate he answers to he has to that helmet kind of controls him sometimes. Nabu takes over and that's like a different person talking. And I'm like, nah, I ain't want that. Doctor Strange is more my I like that. Doctor Strange is the whole concept of him is he was arrogant, brash, and what happened? Hands got messed up. Now, honestly, he was in a car accident and only his hands got messed up. Like, if you watch the funniest thing is it's easy to do that in a comic, but in a movie, it's not so easy. Because even in the movie, did you see what happened to him when they did the movie, the car crash? I'm like, his hand should have been the least thing more than just that got hurt. He should have had a concussion. He should have been half dead. But it was only his hands that got the worst of it. I'm like, yeah, that it was hard to do. Hope Warner Bros. Doesn't interfere with this DC. I hope not either. But and just let Gunn do his thing. I hope not. Is Doctor Manhattan truly like the? I don't like. I don't like. I don't like. I don't like Watchmen. I really don't. I'm not a big fan of it. I never was. Even when I first read it, I was like, oh, okay, but I don't care for it. I really don't. What if Art the Clown was in DC? Oh Jesus. Would John Dickel make a wonderful Green Lantern? He would have if they had allowed him to do it. But they kept the problem. That was one thing I also hated about that nonsense was that you give him the ring, and and the writers are like, no, we can't let him do it. We can't. We have to keep him from doing it. Stupid. Is Zatanna almost up there with Fate as a magical sorceress? Yes, she is. Uh, what would you do if you had the Speed Force? If I was a speedster, um, see, people don't understand what the Speed Force does to that. You think at a higher level, you can pre-see things. Like to me, people would be. I would think 10 steps ahead of them, and just not running very fast. It does more than just that. The Speed Force does so much more. So yeah, I mean, yes, it'd be cool to be able to, you know, I will you probably never be late for anything. Like, oh, I'll be there, you know, like say if you probably wouldn't even need to fly everywhere. You'd be like, I'll be there soon. Like say, oh damn it, I missed my flight. Off. The only thing is you probably got to know the direction of where you're going. Like, but outside of that, yeah, you be there in no time flies. The only thing that I worry about being a speedster, and they don't focus too much on that, is that you would need different type of clothes because all that friction, you running, gonna burn your clothes off. You're gonna be butt ass naked when you stop, and yeah, you got to learn how to stop without killing yourself or anything like that. So yeah, those are things about speedsters they don't really focus a lot on in comics. You got to think about stuff like that. It's like, how does the Flash stop without breaking something? Like, and that's cool that he can like heal very fast. That everything heals fast for him because he, you know, But at the same time, you think about it, Flash is running. His clothes should be burning off. I think Barry has special clothing now. Like all the Flashes have special clothing that will keep them from friction and stuff like that. So, what is your favorite climax in a Disney movie? Mulan definitely is up there. I love that. Replacing Tim Burton with Joel Schumacher was one of the most mistakes in history because of the awful film that is Batman and Robin. But Forever was pretty good though, so I'm pretty split on it. Batman Forever was not that bad. I mean, they did focus a lot on some things like, but I didn't mind Val Kilmer as Batman. He was a decent Val. Shouts out to Val Kilmer. I know he's going through a lot. So he wasn't a bad Batman. Um, I just didn't like the Batmobile. The best Batmobile design is '89 Batman. Michael Keaton's Batmobile. That is the best. I hated the design of the Batmobile in Forever. I was not a fan of Chris O'Donnell as Dick Grayson because he was way too old. I was like, he's supposed to be Robin. I'm like, nah, he should have already just. They should have skipped Robin and went to him being Nightwing because he was just way too big. I'm like, Robin? Nah, that ain't working. Nope. Uh, I thought Jim Carrey was a great Riddler. He channeled old school Riddler. I wasn't too much of a fan of Tommy Lee Jones's Two Face. But here's something: if you go read Batman '89, it's a comic series of Tim Burton's Batman. It continues the story, and it continues the story after Batman returns. So we get to see Batman, Michael Keaton Batman continuing. We get to see Billy D. Williams, his Harvey Dent become Two Face. We actually get to see Robin, and if Burton was able to do his third Batman movie, Robin would have been in it. And believe it or not, I'm not joking. Marlon Wayans would have been Robin, so it would have been a black Robin. And Marlon Wayans brought it up too. Yeah, he was um he was he was gonna be Robin in that. So yeah, '89. It's called Batman '89. It's a comic. Great. It's really good. I recommend it. Um, but yeah, Batman and Robin sucked. I mean, that was terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Arnold. I grew up with Arnold. That's my dude. And all Arnold had to do for playing Mr. Freeze was just play the Terminator all over again. That's all he had to do. Just no emotion, no. But they gave him all that emotion. It was stupid. And Bane was just terrible in that movie. Moving on. I like Batman Forever. Yeah, it was okay. Which Sega IP should come back? Oh, there's so many. JP, there's so many. I can name a bunch that should come back. Uh, well, we got Streets of Rage that came back hard and great. That was great. Streets of Rage 4 was perfect. But outside of Sonic, let's just leave that. But I would love a new Kid Chameleon game. Oh man, that'd be so cool. I'd love to see what they would do for a remake of that or stuff like that. Toe Jam and Earl, also so many people like Peter Parker, Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne are more than just their skills, abilities. That could be said about most of it. Yeah, they're more than just that. Yeah. Have you seen Across the Spider Verse? Yes, I did. I did. It was good. This is the last movie I saw. Next is Transformers. I got to see that. I would love to see Gunn build up to All Star Superman with Kingdom Come as the end. Well, the first run is called The Gods and Monsters, and they already showcase what every movie and TV show is going to be. I'm looking forward to that Swamp Thing movie. Yes, Swamp Thing is coming back. Horror. That's going to be great. Uh, I mean, they're doing a a um What are they doing? Also, they're doing a Booster Gold, show. That's going to be a part of it. Things like that. So yeah, it's going to be cool. Um, all right, let's get to this. All right. Um, which gun had Brainiac? I hope he has Brainiac, and I hope it's you can have Lex, but it's all built to Brainiac. We need Brainiac. No more. I don't care about Doomsday. I don't care about that stuff, bro. Out here, bro. Out of here. Wanting, bro. Out here, wanting Omni Man or Homelander. Yeah, bro. Out here wanting. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, that dude wanted. Yeah, bro. I wanted that. That's not Superman. Thoughts on Sony's new animation call fix? I guess I don't know. I read somewhere that both Peter Parker and Clark have IQs of 245, or so they should be shown. They're intelligent. Yeah, Clark is smart too. Batman has one of 90, 192. I read. Yeah, and but Mr. Terrific, another one of my favorite DC characters, is the third smartest man in the DC universe. And there's only two people ahead of him, and I argue, I question, I think they say Batman and Lex Luthor. I question the Batman stuff. I'm like, no way Bruce is smarter than Michael Holt. Ain't no way. I'm like, no, he ain't. God bless Chris. Good night. Good night. Yeah. What sucks is Beyond the Spider-Verse is getting delayed. Yep. I trust Gunn. I do too, Bill. If Joker met Art the Clown, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. All right. Well, that was fun, guys. That was fun. I want to thank everybody who came back and checked out. But it is now 1:16 a.m. in the morning. I don't mind because I'm a night owl, but it is time for me to bid you adieu, my pack. I will see you guys next time. We'll do this again next month, too, again. Uh, but outside of that, I hope you guys have a safe day and enjoy your weekend and everything like that. As always, it's my friend Kid. Peace. One love. Stay tuned. Keep it real, guys. Stay safe. I will see you guys next time. Dixes.